Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Chick Smooth. Let's talk. So this morning I wake up, have my morning orange juice, and as I'm sipping, I see this headline that says Joe Budden joins Patreon. Now, if you guys don't care about Joe Budden, you don't care about the Joe Budden podcast, then this video is probably not for you. Go watch my other videos about academics or Jake Prince or 21 Savage. But let's talk, right? So Joe Budden, the last 2 weeks on his podcast has been making jokes, just little hints here that a possible Thursday episode is going to be on Patreon, right? Now fans were wondering like, what the fuck is going on? Are these niggas moving to Patreon, huh? What? So now he finally announced it. They're going to be on Patreon. They're going to be releasing like extra bonus clips, extra takes from the podcast, or maybe they're going to create it. And they're going to put that on Patreon. And they have like different tiers. They got the homie tier, the friend of the show tier, whatever it is, right? Now, Joe Budden also with this deal with Patreon, he also joins Patreon as the head of creator equity. What does that title mean? It's exactly what you think it means. He's basically going to be, I guess, in charge of how much creators that are coming on board get paid. But I think it's more so how much creators that he brings on get paid, which is a very, very interesting deal, because if you guys have been watching Joe for the last probably like 5 years, he always talks about ownership, right? He's always preaching about owning something and about, not running to the white man, and getting some sort of like title or, getting a small little chunk of deal, like ownership, right? So this move is interesting, simply because of that. Now, I think this is a very interesting deal. I'm not going to say it's a great deal until I see what actually comes out of it. But, leaving Spotify, who offered them a significant amount of money, to staying on YouTube, and I'm sure he was getting offers, to now, being on Patreon kind of speaks volume to what Joe says. Which is him basically screaming to content creators and saying, don't settle. Like, don't just take what they give you for your content, right? So if you guys Google who owns Patreon, it's a white man named Jack Conte, who looks like he's been lost on some sort of island for like the last 30 years. So it's very, very interesting that Joe would do this move, as opposed to somebody right now. Tell me in the comments right now, right? Joe's rich. We know this. He's rich, right? He's always talking about, ownership. Somebody tell me what is stopping Joe Budden from creating an app or creating a platform where it can be him owning everything and bringing his subscribers over to that website that he owns. Because all I see is Joe making another white man rich. He spoke about it on Clubhouse. I think it was the last 2 episodes. He went on some rant talking about how, the black people has made another white person rich. Joe, you're doing the same thing again, buddy. You're making yet again another white man rich. You've made Spotify rich, Joe. Well, richer. And you brought a good amount of viewers to them. And now you're doing the same thing to Patreon. Now, again, Patreon has a lot of people on it. But now Joe is bringing his people over there, where it's owned by a white person, which Joe is always ranting about how we make white people rich. That's just the part that I'm having trouble understanding. Joe Budden is rich. He knows who to contact if he wants to make an app, if he wants to build a website. What's stopping Joe Budden from, again, making a website, making an app, uploading every content that's not podcast related onto it, and then having his people, subscribers, fans, go there? Why is he always trying to do business with other white people and their businesses? And this is where I gotta say to all these content creators that watch Joe and listen to him and take his advice, I'd say don't. If you get an offer, from white, black, whatever, purple, and it's a good offer, and you don't have leverage, or you feel like, I should really take this, take that deal. Don't listen to Joe's long rants about ownership, people, it's not glamorous. It's a lot of work, a lot of money, a lot of effort. So I'm saying this to say, all you content creators that take Joe's word for word, look at this deal. Look at Joe's previous deal with Spotify. CEO, white man, joins Patreon, white man. Just, yeah. I think when moves like this are made, and it's very, 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 very hypocritical, and it goes against what he preaches, someone's got to talk about it. I'm not sure if Charlemagne is gonna say something. I'm sure Schultz will probably fire back at him. But I am looking forward to see what comes out of this. Let me know what you guys think about this deal. Is it a good deal? Bad deal? For me, again, I just want to see Joe actually, take that ownership part and actually put it to use, not just creating the Joe Budden network. Somebody made a joke on Twitter that the Joe Budden network is really just Joe making a logo for his network that already existed and just started putting up YouTube videos on his channel. So again, let's see what happens. Tell me what you guys think about this. Push comments below, subscribe to my channel. Thank you to all of my subscribers so far. I appreciate y'all. I rock with y'all. Y'all are funny as shit. All right, I'm out.